Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day Watchalong, and it's European night. Match day technically 4, but 3 for us because of a game in hand. Well, technically I've got a game in hand now because obviously PSV was postponed during our national mourning because of security reasons amongst other things. But yeah, we are technically match day 4, but our third game in the group stage. 2 wins out of 2 so far against Zurich and home to tonight's hosts. Last week, 3-0. And yeah, we are what? I'm trying to double check now. Just under 10 minutes away from kickoff, and I'm just about to get the teams up on the screen. There's a lot of changes from Sunday's match day win against Liverpool. So just bear with me while I get the team lineups on my screen for you guys. Bear with me. Just a moment. If you're new to the channel, by the way, do smash that like button, do subscribe, and do share the content around because it does massively help out the channel going forward with what we're trying to do and growing this platform. Right, here we go. Present. Don't know why streamer changed the name of that, by the way. No, it's the same thing as before. But anyway, it is what it is. One million on. There we go. Right. You've got Matt Turner expectedly back in goal. Sorry, I'm just reading Stefan's comment briefly. Matt Turner back in goal, and expectedly because obviously he is our number 2, so he's going to get the group stage of the European games plus the early rounds of the cup games domestically. We've got a back four: Ben White, Holding, Saliba, and Tierney. Surprisingly for me, Saliba starting. I was fully expecting going by the last 2 games in Europe that Gabriel's going to get the start, but he's on the bench as we'll get into later. Tierney's playing at left back, Ben White at right back, Holding is Saliba's partner. Now the pivot. This is where it gets interesting for me. A pivot we tried last year and it fell miserably. Yay! Samuel Conga and Martin Odegaard expected to start as a midfield pivot, and then just ahead of that, you got Vieira, Saka, Reece Nelson making his first start in over 12 months, well over 12 months, got to be now, and Eddie Nketiah leading the line. But yeah, on the bench, bear with me a second, we've got obviously Ramsdale, Carl Hein, or Hen, however you want to pronounce it, Tomiyasu, Cedric, Ibrahim, Gabriel, Partey, the Doctor, Matt Smith, Granit Xhaka, Marquinhos, Martinelli, and Edwards, our young prodigy coming through the ranks. Still 15, by the way, not 16 quite yet. Edwards. Stefan in the chat says, late again, missed the football last night. How did the glorious Glasgow Rangers get on? Well, first half, they didn't. As at half time, it was 1-1, so they weren't doing too bad in the second half. As soon as Liverpool's got 2-1 up, it was a complete fucking onslaught from there on in. I mean, I got to a point I actually fell asleep for 20 minutes, woke up, and as I'm waking up, Javier puts the ball in the back in it, which was the 7th goal, by the way. And it was, how can I put it? It was ruled out for offside or something like that. Then went to VAR and got given. Salah scored a hat-trick, which is beyond bizarre nowadays. I actually felt sorry for them, to be honest, but what a shit show representing the SPL not getting away from it. Celtic are doing no better, let's be honest here. Troy's in the chat, Grandma's apple pie, so then hello to everyone. Oh dear. But yeah, going back to tonight's game. I've said it, I was talked to my brother off air before I went live and all that, and I said still, with all the changes and my concerns about our pivot and our first choice pivot being on the bench, I still think this is still a good enough and strong enough squad to win the match and get through. Not get through, but obviously get through this test, because it's going to be a test in terms of it's obviously different conditions. It's in Norway. weather conditions. You've got the pitch to contend with because it's a plastic artificial pitch. So you've got that to contend with. But these players have played on plastic pitches before, just not regularly. But yeah, so that will present a challenge in itself. But the atmosphere of Bodø, the fans as well. But I think again, as I say, on paper we have enough. We have more than enough on that starting 11 alone, not including the bench, to get through tonight. Tonight's test, not through, because obviously don't go through unless there's a complete miracle over in bloody. Is it Zurich tonight? Isn't it against PSV? We'll be through next week though. If we win tonight and then win or draw next week, we'll be through completely. We've got BX Gunner who survived his slip in the shower the other day. Hope you keep it on, my friend. Teams are coming out on my screen, by the way. Arsenal, by the way, are wearing the main team are wearing the away kit, the all black kit. Goalkeeper in that minty, that turquoisey green kit for goalkeeper, and they're wearing their yellow submarine kit, basically. Everyone has to back to Stefan, by the way. That's cool. But we actually having a laugh in the chat about my comment about him slipping in the shower. Oh dear, that's so random as well. I'm glad you're okay. Obviously, glad you're okay. Bungles were coming soon. Okay, that's cool. That's fantastic. The more the merrier, mate. The more the merrier. But I'll be honest, even though it is Europa League and all that, it seems that we've had to wait a year extra to get into the Champions League because obviously statistics and all that. We'll get into that later if we have to. I've missed European nights with the Arsenal. Obviously, we had the European nights last season on this channel with the women's team, and I enjoyed that, obviously. And I'll continue to do that. I'm going to be busy now because now the women's come back from international break. Between now and the World Cup, it's going to be non-stop watch-alongs and podcasts on this channel. Jesus Christ, it's going to be non-stop. Because I just realised I'm doing this tonight, or now. I'm doing a podcast tomorrow on the channel. I'm doing the Match of the Day stream on Saturday night. I'm doing the Arsenal men's team at the 2 o'clock kickoff, going live at 1:30. A few hours later, going live again for the women's game against Reading. Oh my God. And then doing a podcast on Monday. Doing a night off Tuesday. Wednesday is the match day one for the Women's Champions League, which I'll be doing. Then you got Thursday, PSV, Eindhoven. Trying to think now, bloody hell. Then you got you got another podcast on a Friday, match of the day on the Saturday, and then Southampton, I think it is, on the Sunday, the following week, I mean. So it's busy on this channel. He's at KFC, fair enough. Mr. Bungle lives in KFC. To be fair, every time he's come on me in the last couple of streams we've done in the last week, he has been at KFC. So yeah, Stefan has actually got a point there because he'll come and he's got a bark either over chicken fillet box deal or whatever it's called. Bloody was it the burger meal deals they do? It's a different thing every time. Fair play, but yeah, no fair play. Obviously, see, he's eating it. Obviously, who are we to ever go? What is it with BT? Seriously, teams have just come up in terms of the team formation. It's just come up on the screen. It's like they're suggesting Arsenal playing 5 at the back, basically, with Nelson and Tierney as wing backs, and having Saka and Eddie as a strike partnership. Oh dear, but we are literally. I hope you like my new hoodie, by the way. One of my new hoodies. I'm fully vet now. I'm fully ready for the hoodie season incoming. I've got this one from shoewar.com. Oh, nice. Actually really nice. Actually, really comfortable and yeah. Oh. I've got There's another hoodie I was wearing. The hoodie I was wearing the other night on the podcast. That's new. A new one. And I've got another one coming tomorrow. It's Arsenal related. That one's Arsenal related, of course. Bodø Glimt are going to get us underway, by the way. Turn the volume up a bit so I can hear what's going on. We are top of the league and both group and on European standard and domestically, and we're underway. Whilst I choke to death. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, black on black. I like it as well because it's the in thing now in terms of black on black, like blends in sort of thing. Like, obviously, you can see that the badge, and I love the old school badge. It's my generation, from my childhood, basically, from basically when I was trying to think, from the early 90s. So basically all the. Yeah, from the early 90s, once they changed, because when I was initially born in 89, it was a Canon, wasn't it, with the AFC bits next to it. It was in the circles, and then a couple of years later, they changed it to this bad boy. There's variations of this bad boy as well. And then 2002 came along and they fucking ruined it by giving us this cartoon of a badge. With the fucking Canon facing the wrong fucking way. Was correct when he said the new badge looked tacky. It just doesn't. I don't know. Obviously, it's going to always be an adaptation. But the whole reason behind it was in terms of changing the badge changing it from this to this for trademark purposes, because someone on a match day stalls and all that was getting, obviously buying out their own pocket, by the way, buying the Arsenal shirts, having away and all that, and all the merchandise and all that, and selling it on this. Oh, go on, Saka. Oh my god! You can fully tell this is a artificial pitch, by the way. You can't dodge it. It's so obvious in how it looks. He was onside. Where's the offside? Bastards. Eddie should have put that away, though. Even though he doesn't get called for offside, he should have put that away. Should have done better there. But yeah, the whole reason behind, as I was saying before, about the badge swapping, that changing, was, as I was saying, someone that had the old market stalls outside on the match day, out of his own pocket, buying the Arsenal shirts in bulk, this, that, and the other. The genuine stuff, nothing dodgy, nothing like that in that regard. And we're selling it, the shirts, a few quid cheaper, so I would say, than what the club were. And back then, what was it? Back then, you're thinking, 30, 35 quid back then for the shirts that you get nowadays. Like, you have to pay fucking 75 quid or 75 quid for whatever it is. They didn't like it, and basically, because they hadn't trademarked, it turned out they took the guy to court and all that, and whilst they were going through the proceedings, they found out they didn't have a leg to stand on. They got told that as well in the courts, because they didn't trademark. They didn't own the rights to the badge. Oh my god! Asking for trouble there. Asking for trouble. No, but it's buying the shirts from the club. So either way, money was going back into the club because he was buying the shirts from the club store and all that. But he decided that he wanted to knock them out on his stall for a few quid cheaper for match day fans that didn't have to, because obviously hybrid what it was, didn't have the time to go into the actual club store or whatever. And they didn't like it. But either way, yeah, bootleg ones. I know what you're referring to, bootleg. But anyway, yeah, as soon as they found out they didn't have a leg to stand on legally, in terms of they couldn't stop him doing it, selling the stuff, they didn't own the right to the badge and all that, because that was their claim that it's got our club's name on it. That should be enough. It wasn't. So as soon as they found that out, they got someone. He actually got someone on to work to design a new badge, and apparently this was the best of the bunch. And in fact, there's a few ideas were put about by the designer, the guy that designed it all, or the team that designed it, and yeah, as I say, that he claims that was the best of the bunch, basically. And it's again because what was it in terms of this as well? Because you mentioned about the cannon, and that was what they needed, because even they could have redesigned it that way with the cannon facing the right way, and it would have been pointless for them to do it like that because they couldn't trademark it, because obviously all the other stuff they couldn't trademark in the end because of what was going on. So them doing the cannon the right way around would have still allowed people like that, the guy that was doing what he was doing, to continue doing that, basically. But so it's basically, even though, as I say, they were getting money in the pockets via the guy because he was buying the actual shirts from the club and all that, and knocking out cheaper, knocking them out for cheaper. Well, so they weren't making much on it either, on that side of things. So go on, Ben. Lucky, you bastard. But I know over the course of time it would have got to. There wasn't the name. It was more so the badge in terms of it's more because they didn't know. It's not. I'm trying to think. Word it right now. Hence why. Yeah, basically, it's basically that the badge itself wasn't trademarked. The name and the badge at the top, more so the badge, but the name as well wasn't trademarked at that time when they were taking this guy to court. Hence why now you get the trademark logo on all the Arsenal, on this variant version of the Arsenal badge. Whenever it pops up on anything, if it's official, it has the trademark part on it at the bottom there. It means it's that means it's official. Come from the club. Jersey's been passed by the club. But basically, yeah, they didn't. The club badge itself wasn't trademarked, and the only way they could get around trademarking a badge, an Arsenal badge, was to not just design a new badge, but have to flip the cannon the other way around. Because they redesigned a new badge, and the cannon was facing the way it used to on here, like it does on here, it would have been pointless because they weren't able, because of what has happened in the end. They wouldn't have been able to trademark it because of the legalities they've gone through in the first place. Go on, Reece. Go on, Reece. Go on, Reece. Go on, Reece. Ah. I didn't. Again, to be honest, Stefan said I didn't. To be honest, I didn't know that at the time when I'm trying to think, 2002. So 89, 10. I was 12, going on 13 when they officially announced they're changing the badge for that. It was March 2002. So the badge, by the way, is 20 years old this year. This is 20 years old. This one. But again, as I say, when they announced it, I went in the know at the time. It's only as a few years passed after that I got told about all this and heard about it all. What we are, what? Just 9.5 minutes, 9.5 going into 10 minutes into the game, by the way, and we look threatening going forward because it's, again, the plastic pitch will be having an effect. It's not really had an effect. They've had a chance themselves, but we have covering it perfectly. Actually, we did cover it up perfectly in the end. We get forward. We look threatening going forward. We are creating chances. Just need to take one or two. Odegaard, go on, Odegaard, go on. Go on. Oh, should have hit it first time, Sambi, you bastard. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Bear with me a second. Let's clean those. Oh, I make this already. Bloody hell, what? Literally 11 minutes into the game. Literally. And Bodø looks like they even forced into a change. The guy walking off fine. I don't know if it's a tap. He's took the knock. He's just made people alert. He's made a pause. Pulled something and made people alert. They've been forced into it. Or it's a tactical one. But yeah, the 14's, yes, Soundness has gone off and Gladbach is coming on. And going by the commentary, what I'm hearing at the moment, it seems like it's an enforced sub due to a slight injury. 10 minutes in, you mentioned it. I was talking about people sending the real deal, and Arsenal weren't happy about it, even though they had to make. The thing is, what I don't get is, in one sense, is they're not happy about someone buying their merchandise officially from the club itself in bulk, obviously, and then him deciding after he's paid for it, by the way, that he's going to sell it on to Arsenal fans on a match day that might not have the time to get into the actual club store at Highbury, by the way, not at the Emirates, at Highbury. BX saying I'm wearing a glorious 97, the double winning home kit. Oh, I love the double winning home shirt of 98. I love that shirt. What I loved about it, especially as a kid growing up as well, when I was a kid at the time, is because there's a few of us when I was at primary school that are Gooners as well. So it weren't just me. Like it would be nowadays, put it that way. All these Man City merchants and soon to be Newcastle, etc. One sec. The one thing, the main thing I liked about that shirt, not just obviously how nice the red was in the shirt, but at the back and back at the bottom, in the old classic font. One sec. It had a one sec. It had gunners on the bottom, going across. I really did like that, but I love that shirt. I'd love to get hands on an adult version of that, genuine one, obviously. Mr. Bungle, you're back from KFC. How you doing, my friend? What did you get? What's the deal today? What did you get today from KFC? You don't mind us asking? That's a pour from Saka. That's poor. Oh dear. Tooth. It cost me £4. Jeez, I'm not paying that much. Jesus Christ. At least you know it's genuine though. For that money, Jesus Christ. What was it? I'm looking. There's another one because double zinger up. It won't be going up. It'll be coming out. But anyway, I used to have I think now what year it was, 2008, 2009. 2008, 2009 away shirt. I liked it because obviously it was the anniversary, and the shirt itself was a nod to the 89 season. I had that about up till literally about just over 5 years ago, and then had to get rid of it because as we were moving into here, I was wearing it. I was actually wearing it. It was a nice one. It was nice and loose. But anyway, moving in, coming through the freaking gate, nothing, no spikes, no nothing in terms of that. Anything like that. It decided to latch onto the bloody gate hook, and he just went. I was like, oh yeah. I was meant to replace it there and then, but get around to replacing it, get obviously a new one, replace it, and haven't got around. Obviously, 5 years later, still not got around to it. But I really like that shirt. So the last couple of months, I've been looking into that actually. But depending on where you're looking, if you want the real, but because there's a few bootleg ones out there, by the way. For the pucker ones, you not asking for they're not asking for that 400 or anything like that, but you've got to. It's about size as well, because mainly it's all like in that extra XS and small or extra large and things like that. You got obviously my large and that. I'm a men's large, and yeah, it was back then. It was them sort of shirts when they were made, and especially in them sizes. Anything next size down, it wouldn't look right on you if you weren't that right size. Next size up, you'd be fucking hanging off you basically. So I'd got to get booked for that. I swear to God. Oh, that's probably vamped the price up as well then. If Stefan's like, 400 quid for a fucking shirt. That's what went the price up then, because obviously it's the 97, 98 double width. It's there in itself. It's a verity in itself. Top of shirt. It's from a season where said club achieved something as well in terms of our case, a league and cup double, and you got Dennis on the back as well, one of the standout players. So that the people didn't go, we're going to ask for this much. But the main reason shirts like that or that sort of price is because it's so rare to get hold of. It's so hard to get hold of, the genuine ones anyway. And Mr. Spong was saying I got a shitload of shirts, dude. Oh dear, saying a lot about this game though. We're talking about bloody fucking football shirts or band shirts or whatever, and bootleg shirts. Oh dear. We do need to get this first goal just to sort of calm the nerves and take full control of this game. I love it. Again, especially them shirts back in the day, the long sleeve actually looked nice as well. Whereas the long sleeve nowadays look they don't look right. And the players don't even wear them anymore because they've got their fucking thermos underneath. They don't wear the long sleeve anymore, or very, very rarely. Come on, Matt, wake up, get rid of it. Wenger's last time I went to the Mert spent £100 on programs and then sold them on eBay. That's not a problem because that's obviously you're selling genuine stuff, obviously. Big up by Particus and big up to your win yesterday, by the way. You and Stefan will be very happy people in the chat for different reasons. My biggest pet peeve is this generation's lack of wearing long-sleeve shirts and donning those hideous base layers. That's the one I was going to say. It's the same thing what I just said, but anyway, that's what I'm saying. Literally, what was it? That's another reason why Vic Akers, our former kit manager, left, or kit man. He left a few years ago. What was it, in 2016? I think he left the club because his words were certain traditions was suddenly no longer being enforced, not enforced, but recognised basically at the club, and he just didn't feel like Arsenal to him anymore. And then basically because with Arsenal up till then, the club captain throughout the years has always decided on a match day. It goes for the whole season, by the way. The club captain would always decide. The club captain would always decide basically on a match day. Is a team wearing short sleeved or long sleeved, gloves or no gloves, and all that sort of stuff. And if it's dead, no, put it this way: if it's dead November or December time, it's bitter cold and all that. And the captain said on the day, we're going short sleeved. The players the rest of the team had to suck it up and go, okay. And there was none of this base layer bullshit. It was literally what the captain said went, and basically, that's gone out the window now. And as you say, like all the players tonight are wearing short sleeves, but certain players out there you can see are wearing the base layers. That's not for me. Because the whole point of that idea was basically you'll from the captain picking what everyone's going to what their top's going to look like. You're all going to look. It's like uniform basically. You're all working for the same team, company, whatever. You're going to look a lot. You're all going to wear the same basically, respectively. So if a captain says long sleeved, they all wear long sleeved. Short sleeved, it's that is that. There's no if buts or maybes. I think certain shirts, Chris, the long sleeve does suit. There's certain ones though. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right, and I get what you're saying in that perspective. But there's certain ones where it does actually. The long sleeve actually does look good, and yeah, I think was it the Arsenal 2010 home shirt where it does red and white, like the white collar, red, white sleeve, red around the cuffs of the sleeve and all that. That in a long sleeve, that was a kit that looked right as well in long sleeve. Go on, Saka, go, go. Yes, 1-0. Come on. I think it was an own goal. There's a deflection, major deflection, took it away from the goalkeeper. But Saka gets the last touch, and we're 1-0 up. Come on. We are top of the league. I said we are top of the league in Europe and in the Premier League. Good link up between Saka and Sambi, though, by the way. Well, it does hit off his chest. Basically, he has to shot. The defender gets a block in, it hits off his chest, comes back, ricochets off his chest, and goes in. So technically, it is a Saka goal. Initially, when I looked at it, because I got this in front of me here, it looked like it hit off the defender, just looped in, basically. I didn't see it come back on Saka's knee, hit his face. Come on. one. Right, and no. Oh, Stefan, you have to ruin it, don't you, Stefan? You always have to ruin things. you have it for you. We came back following year one anyway, so we got bored of winning, getting to the final every year. So we thought, you know what? I say that was a period as well where Arsenal, what was it, the 78, 79 and 80 final we got to. 3 finals back to back. We got to. Go on. Ah, do you know support though? Fuck, where was the support for him there? So yeah, we got this. Was the 78 final? We got there and lost. 79 went back and won against United. Ah, Saka, come on. Does the club shop do European printing or the cup? You mean the cup font? We see at the back of the shirts there. Yeah. Where's I'll get my away shirt. I'll show you this thing because I've got Odegaard on my one. I was going to get Jesus, but they sold out. They sold out Jesus. I was like, oh, and I'm in the queue and I'm in thinking, hey, you know what? Club captain, boom. Because if I'd gone in for anyone else, everyone else was out. I was like, oh, I can't be asked. I couldn't be asked to get out of the queue, get out of that queue, to grab another shirt from another player. That's all like the pre-printed ones. To get in a queue for another fucking 3 hours. It would have felt like it anyway. But yeah, 78 we got to the final and lost. 79 we came back to Wembley, played United 2-0 up, played back to 2-2, and then in the last 5 minutes, and then literally as they're celebrating 2-2, boom at the other end, Alan Sunderland, bang! I've actually got the video for that as well, for that whole cup final. Got it in VHS. That shows my age, but fuck it, I don't care. I've got it. And then, as I say, following year, third cup final in a row, defending champions against West Ham, we were hot favourites on the day, and we lost 1-0 to the Brooklyn bastard. Oh, go on. Aye. The 79 final was a mate, yeah. I can say it because we won in the end. We almost blew it, but we thought, fuck it. We felt sorry for them. This is too easy. Let them have 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, and then literally 60 seconds after they went 2-2, up the other end, Alan Sunderland, bang, 3-2. Again, yes, with his afro and all that as well. Is the club the only place to get it? I think Adidas might. Let me have a look for you. Assuming my phone doesn't die between me looking. One sec. Trying to think now. What's I doing? Adidas. Let's have a look for you. It's a cool bloke. Mate, I'm talking about 79 as if I was alive around then. I was born to 89. I was 10 years later. I was. But I was there as an Arsenal fan and growing up and looking, oh my God, defend. Thank God he doesn't know how to finish, that guy. The Bodø Glimt striker threw on goal there, the winger, sorry, threw on goal. I think he just lost into because he could see Tin in his vision, popping into his vision. But he tries placing it, but he completely slices it. Jesus Christ. Because he opens his body to go and place it, but he slices it. He goes fucking way wide in the end. That was a warning to players there. Right, Adidas. Let's have a look for you. Adidas, Adidas, Adidas. It was all kicking off. The fans are booing. That's going off. Well, Saka's been booked then because they're now cheering. Yeah. Arsenal, right. Have a look. When it all loads up, that'd be fantastic. Back off. Go away. Away jersey. For example, there's yeah, Saka's been booked. I've got confirmation on my phone. No, it seems to be Arsenal. I've looked for you. Bear with me, and I'll have a look for you on the Arsenal website. What's going on there? Because it does seem to be a pain in the arse since they're doing their revamp and all that. Well done, Saliba. Well done. Go on, get rid of it. Come on, let's go. Well done, Sambi. Nelson. So we've got no one on the other's wing. Away. I'm assuming you want the away. I'm just going to look for example anyway. Because they're wearing it now anyway, obviously. So you'd think. Never look. Arsenal men. I mean, it's sold. The men's sold out. What's that? That's saucy. You probably want long, won't you? Let's have a look. They're saying that's sold out as well. Out of interest. Make it Zeus, for example. Right. Choose fonts. Arsenal font. European. Yeah, you can get. What shirt are you looking at, BX? Because I'm now on the Arsenal. I'm on the Arsenal website as we speak, and I've been able to select basically when you pick your shirt and all that. You pick whatever player you want to pick on your shirt. It gives you the option of change font and arm patches. Click on that, and then what's that? Come on, lads. Come on. What's that, BX? One sec. Nothing's coming from this anyway. Right. Yeah, it says select new fonts or patches. Click on that. You got in terms of font, you got Premier League font, Arsenal font, Premier League patch, European patch. So Arsenal font is the font you're seeing on screen tonight in terms of the away kit that we're using for the cup games. That's called Arsenal font. That's the font. And as you click on it, it will then pop up on the screen saying that. Yeah, it depends on what shirt. As I say, pick whatever shirt you're looking at. Pick it in. I'm assuming you're going the wrong sleeve as well. One sec. Well done, Matty. So yeah, pick your shirt, and it says obviously select player. So obviously, you want a player on there. Pick whatever player that is, and then from that, you've got the change fonts and all that. And as I said, go through all that process. Oh, for fuck's sake! Seriously. Evening, Russ. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. Sorry about that. 1 sec. And cat's causing aggro downstairs. Sorry about that. Football game would have been on the radio. Yeah, it's not Champions League. Ironically. Oh dear, how are we all doing anyway? The newbies that are coming in. Colonel's in the chat, pick up Colonel. Oh, God. Yeah, we are totally in control of this game, by the way. Apart from the two opportunities they had, one at the start of the game and a few minutes ago against the run of play. Apart from that, we are controlling the game. We are dictating the game. Having a lion's share of possession, aside from the stray passes from the likes of Odegaard and Saka occasionally. Go on, Saka, go on, Saka, go on. Run. Support him, someone. Support. For fuck's sake. Do. Oh my God. Got away one there, Sammy. They gives the ball away. Sammy, that's fucking poor. Wake up. Oh, well done, Turner, coming out there. Yes, Colonel. Yes, I do. I need obviously I need one for the women's. I need one for the early kickoff on Sunday against Leeds. I need Leeds v Arsenal. I do need one for the Arsenal women's game against Reading. That's okay, thank you. And then I need a few next week in terms of midweek wise. Wednesday night, the Arsenal Women's Champions League campaign gets underway. I'll get sort of details out for that near the time after this, obviously. But yeah, so giving you a heads up now. And then on Thursday night, RV arranged game against PSV at home. Oh dear. That's okay to ask. No need to apologise, by the way. No need to apologise at all. It's fine. Come on, let's got this. Bit of a random place in terms of the stadium, like the way to set out. Obviously, behind the goal we're attacking. It seems to be like a hotel flat situation with a staircase in the middle. Literally, there's in the middle a spiral going round. It's not a hotel like what Blackpool have effectively at Bloomfield Road. Just notice that. I'm just like, oh yeah, hang on. To be fair, obviously you expect it. Obviously, it seemed like they're hosting the game against Arsenal. You expect the full capacity and all that, and fair play to them. But they're being noisy as well. They're trying to create an atmosphere, especially their the ultras, so we say, in the far corner. We've got a bit of pressure on ourselves. We don't need to do doing that, but okay. That's poor from Saka, try and contest a 50-50 there, but okay. I know he's in a booking, but come on. I think that's a change we'll see at half time. Actually, now he's been booked. If he hadn't been booked, I would still see him play going forward into the second half. But I think him being on the booking, because of PSV next week, I do think we'll see him being subbed off either at half time or within 10 minutes of the second half getting underway. The Arsenal Misfits just joined us. How you doing, my friend Steve? Hope you're keeping well. Keep it safe, obviously, over there. Not missed much. Obviously, as you can see on the screen, we're winning 1-0. Second, 23rd minute with the goal. We're dominating the game as you'd expect. We are dominating the game in the sense of we're dictating the tempo. We've got the lion's share of the ball, etc. And they've been limited to like 2 clear-cut chances so far in the first 42 minutes, going into 43 minutes of this game. Most recent one was about 10 minutes ago, and basically their number 7 was through and goal, and went to open up his body and place it basically into the top corner, and completely screwed himself basically. Swiped at it like you wouldn't believe. How is that not a foul? Seriously? Reece has not been too bad. I'll say this. Obviously, this is Reece Nelson's first start in a long time, by the way, for the Arsenal. Not done too bad, but he hasn't done. Well, got me off my seat, sort of. Or come on, Reece. But he hasn't done too bad. He hasn't done anything wrong. Put it that way. I'm just hoping he goes into the game, gets more minutes going into this. It's do or die now for Reece in terms of his time at Arsenal. Contract's up in the summer. If he ain't careful, he'll be gone. Ben needs to put his fucking cross out. I'll say this tonight. That's twice now he's crossed the ball. I know it's not, again, I know it's a plastic pitch, but that's twice now tonight. He's got across the ball now. He's gone straight out for a goal kick. You follow a different bias as well, says Stefan. Is that to me or someone else? Says that just to make sure. How do you respond to that? I'm assuming, Stefan, you'll be joining me in the Flying Pigs live stream later on, just in case United have a stinker at home to the lowest ranked team in the world. In the competition, sorry. It's a political stream. Okay. Oh, that's what you're on about. Oh, okay. 1 minute injury time, by the way, which we're into. Oh my god. We're just going to pass it around now until half time. Is that our plan? Seriously? Come on, lads. Come on. Take him on, Saka, for fuck's sake. Where's Eddie in this as well? Where was Eddie there? There you go. Half time whistle's gone. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Saka, as I say, Saka scored the goal, puts us in the lead. And as it stands, we are staying top of the group with 9 points out of 9, basically, as it stands. I swear I made this what's the name only? Subs only. Yeah, double check that now because that's popped up and I'm concerned because I made this subs only. I swear I did. Yeah, I did. How the fuck that one creep through? Here's what. We go wild, wild, wild. Do 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 do. We're ignoring that comment anyway. Well, the comment itself is V, but it's obviously trying to obviously a channel trying to promote itself basically. But it is what it is at the end of the day, but still. But yeah, what have you guys? Get your thoughts on the game. What have you guys made of the first half there? Obviously, as I say, we're 1-0 up. We're coasting to an extent in terms of, as I say, we are the dominant team as you'd expect, and as I said at the start of the stream, and I talk about the teams. I thought this team was strong enough to still do a job and get the 3 points, and so far I've been proven right. There's a few moments where defensively certain players are switching off and allowing the home team to have a couple of chances, but nothing's been come of it so far. So have it be a warning to them. But yeah. I'll probably float around some of the United streams later on. Yeah, yeah, like you do here. I'll probably see in the pigs chat at some point. Anyway, get my money's worth nowadays. Oh dear, mate. Hey, look, let's be honest. Jokes aside for a second, they should win tonight comfortably. They're at home as well. But you never know. West Ham could qualify from the conference. By the way, West Ham win tonight. I think they win tonight. West Ham, and they're at home. I think they're at home as well. But they win tonight. They are through to the next round of the Conference League in Europe. FIFA 23 is realistic. Man City Stadium is half empty. There's there's a rumour that are playing their first 11 tonight. Oh, mate, you're talking about Manure, Man United. Oh, okay. That's bad, though. You've got to go full strength against. If United have got to go full strength against the opposition tonight to make it look convincing, that's bad on them. Haven't seen much on the match yet to give an informed opinion. That's fair enough. Oh dear, if you are new to the channel, guys, or you're one of the regulars, do feel free to smash that like button and do share the content around, do share the stream around. It does massively help the channel out in terms of getting new eyes on the channel and new faces in and building up this community that we're building here on the channel. And it's massive, again, as I say, massively appreciated from me. I'm not having a go. I'm joking. I'm not having a go at you or anything. I'm a bit of banter maybe and all that. I know, obviously, you're Ipswich fans. Obviously, was it Alex Griffin? So you came across me because I was on his channel yonks ago now. But yeah, for a watch along. But obviously, you got Alex Griffin for Ipswich. But in terms of, you got me for me and a few others for the Arsenal content side of things. Obviously, Alice and the Flying Pig for that side of things. Not a problem at all. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. And as I say, like yourself, I'm subscribed to Alice and the Flying Pig, because I nearly forgot. And also I'm a member of the Flying Pig now for $5.99 a month. But yeah, it is what it is. There's like normal football channels I'm subscribed to. There's channels of like West Ham that I'm subscribed to, but because I've got to get, as you guys know, I've got family. I've got my cousin, my granddad, and all that. They're all West Ham fans, so they're not my. If I was not support Arsenal, West Ham would obviously have to be the team, sadly. And yeah, mine's gone blank, but yeah. I keep an eye out for them and see what get their sort of perspective. I'd like to see their perspective as well, how things have been going and all that over the last few years. But that's fair. That's fine. That's Mr. Mung. As long as you're getting to watch the game, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter who you support. If I like you, you for life. Oh dear. You gotta laugh. If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry at the end of the day. So, 20,000 fucking notifications on bloody Twitter. I've got to deal with 1 second. All things I'll get fucking tagged in as well. Life sentence. These are the words of Stefan and Stefan alone. Oh dear. Sorry, they're just going for the bloody. Sorry, there's a going for the bloody the two clear-cut chances that Bodø have had in the first half, but they've wasted them both basically. So I guess I got an email from fucking ironically YouTube. That fucking handles or whatever. So you can now choose your channel's handle. As a reminder, in most cases, if you already have a personalized URL, okay. Well, I choked to death. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with what's it? What is it today? You sort that out, get my fucking account back, bastards. On my Instagram. I'm back my Instagram account. So yeah. I have no idea what's happened to Brownie actually. What's gone he's like completely just disappeared. Rumours are rumours, but nothing's ever confirmed. So don't want to go into it and obviously cause this sort of aggro nothing because I'm not like that anyway. Oh dear, trying to think. What was I doing? Right, that's it. Let's have a look. I need to get my main account back. On Instagram, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, the second night, if I hear anything about what's happened with Adam on Brownie, whatever, you guys be the first to know, obviously. Hopefully good news. But it's slightly concerning how long it's been now. But yeah, rumours are rumours. But if you want to believe the rumours, yeah. But I don't get into all that literally unless I'm told something concrete with the evidence in order to back it up. I don't like to get into all that bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Stuff and nobody knows. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah. What annoyed me though, when initially Brownie just vanished off the face of the earth, full due respect. Obviously, the guy that he fell out with prior to him disappearing, that West Dale, whatever his name is, decided to fucking go do a couple of streams on it and basically go, I've got this information, I've been told this, and basically, if the rumors are true, profiting off someone you can't stand, but it's in a very serious situation. Only going to the PSV match. I'm not standing. No, are you? Seems we're asking. If you don't mind me asking, it is. But no, I haven't, because obviously there was a postponement and all that. New Year arrangement and all that. I can't make it. West Ham Day, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, just started. Literally did a couple. He got a bit of backlash. I think that's why he stopped. But he started doing fucking video uploads and live streams on the situation, on Brownie's disappearance and making accusations in terms of what he believes is what he's been told, what he believes, and this that, and the other crap about where Brownie is and what's happened, this that, and the other. And basically, because of the situation and their history, sort of making money out of the situation. Like, you can't stand it, but you're happy enough to make a video or make videos or live streams where you're effectively boasting about a situation which you have no idea what's going on. You're going off guesswork. No, exactly, Stefan. Yeah, exactly. As I say, I think after, because of quick succession as well, the uploads and the live streams are like boom, 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 and it's sort of, I think he must have got a bit of backlash from it because he suddenly stopped doing it and didn't mention it all since then, as far as I'm aware, anyway. But no, it doesn't bode well on me. No matter what you think, your opinion of this other person, true or not, whatever's going on, you don't then go and make videos trying to make profit out of the situation whilst doing I told you so, I told you so, and taking glee out of a situation that's possible, out of stuff you've been told, which might not be true either. doesn't paint you in a good light either, in my opinion. By the way, second half just kicked off. We're 28 seconds into the second half now. 1-0 to the Arsenal. And yeah, we started to go on. Hope we can get an early goal in the second half to kill the game off and get some like Saka and Odegaard and all that off the pitch and give some of the other youngsters a run out. This is why I don't do YouTube drama nonsense. Yeah. Even though I've been dragged in, I say this, I've been dragged into some. Not for me. I'll defend myself, but that's as far as it'll go. I won't get into the bloody back and forth streams about the person, second person off live on the fucking constantly on multiple streams or uploads, this, that, and the other, and constantly back and forth. I won't get involved in all bullshit. Some of Manny's streams more or less said what was going on. Yeah, no. But again, about again, you can only until we're officially told what the situation is. We can't go off guesswork, can we? No, in terms of all the information that's been put out there on the old interweb. Oh, get my sound back on, haven't I? Mr. Ungle, anyone try? One sec. Let me check it. 1 sec. No one else. Go on this. Go on this. Oh, you sliced it, you bastard. Sorry. Anyone tried the Knoppers chocolate bars from Aldi yet? If not, you need to get involved. 8.3, they are stunning. I personally haven't, but I'll keep an eye out when I'm next in Aldi. Whenever that may be. Yeah, it is mad. It is, no matter what, it's mad. But you just gotta hope he's alive and well. And if that is the case, he's just getting a Batman and Knuckles, a bit of prison time. But a Batman and Knuckles sort of situation. He learned from it this time. That's poor. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, that's poor from Timmy. What are you doing, Timmy? Defend, man. Eddie. Running down. That's parted. Okay. Defend, lads. Wakey. Normally the Home Office sort. Yeah, that's the thing. Again, until we're officially told by the official parties involved, I'm not one for speculating in terms of, especially in this situation. I don't go off rumours, so I say. I don't like to get into all that side of things now. Until we're told either which way or the other what's going on and the outcome and all that. And then depending on the outcome, even then. But yeah, as I say, hopefully it's a Batman and Knuckles, bit of a jail time, so to say. Batman and Knuckles don't do it again. Learn from your mistake. He makes it, and hopefully, if that's the case, he does learn from it this time and makes a comeback. But learns. If that means he has to come back to Wales, so be it. Keep himself out of trouble. It's not worth it. At the end of the day. But we're not going to get into that now, anyway. Oh, yeah, bastard. Again, we started off the second half as we meant to go on. No subs were made at half time, by the way. So, but I am fully expecting Saka to be one of the first off the pitch, as you say that he slips on the front on the plastic pitch. Put the camera out so I can read that properly. But so yeah, second half we started as we meant to go on, like we did in the first half, controlling the game, having the majority of the ball. Few sloppy passes and now they're in. Good save, Turner. Well done. Great save on Matt Turner. Holding playing him on side as well. Yeah, good saving. Yeah, really good saving Turner. Got himself down quick, down and low quick enough. Got a strong hand to it and pushed it out. Which is now with that chance, their first shot on target as well. By the way, it's only took them 52 minutes, but anyway, that has woke the majority of the fans that were quiet in the first half woke them up, which ain't good. Come on, lads, come on. Look at him in the far corner here. Fucking hell. Sounds exciting. Scottish teams get battered everywhere they go. Laugh at their hearts, but losing. Shock over there. Celtic lost. Surprise, surprise. And Rangers just. I don't know what happened because again, first half, 1-0 up, got back to 1-1, but at no point did you think this was going to turn into a battering from Liverpool. And the second half got underway, got an early lead, took it to 2-1, and it's just the floodgates opened. And you're like, how is this the same team? I know Europa League's is a different level to Champions League, with all due respect, but how can a team go from being in the European final, kick away from winning the European title, to getting absolutely just getting destroyed in having no fight about them in any of the games so far? We're 4 games in. Stefan, behave yourself. Oh dear. Oh, for God's sake. Eddie's been disappointing tonight, but we ain't got Jesus to come off the bench, so we're going to make do with Eddie tonight. But he hasn't been at all at the races tonight compared to previous performances. Oh dear. Yeah. Fabio's had a quite first half anyway. Second half, he's had a bit more involvement, but he's grown into the game. Saying that, Saka's on the ball now. Pass it. Well done. Don't shoot. Oh, what is Teddy doing? Losing Tavernier and Morelos has cost them. Yeah. The thing is, though, with me, I'm a neutral in this conversation, by the way, we're having now. It doesn't bode well for the Scottish football when the top two clubs in got off lucky. They need to wake up. Arsenal need to wake up. But sorry, yeah, the top two teams in Scotland coming to the Champions League for the first time in God knows how long, and they're both getting absolutely destroyed every match day in the Champions League this season. Does not excite the neutral to go and watch SPL games. Put it that way. I love, from a neutral perspective, for the Scottish teams to actually be able to have teams that are good enough to compete. Not just in terms of player personnel, but from a manager's perspective as well, where they qualify for the Champions League, respectively. Both teams qualify for the Champions League, in this case, and actually compete and make it hard for the opposition to get anything, and maybe nick something here and there, and go somewhat deep in the competition as well. Go like get the quarterfinals or things like that. The quarterfinals of the Champions League at the very least, first knockout round and things like that. Just make a fist of it. What a massive beast Fabio Vieira is. Yeah. Oh my God. The warning signs are coming now. The warning signs are coming. 1-0 up, and we're letting them have more chances now. They're growing into the game. It's 1-0. They're growing into it now. I need more stressful. They're just completely switched off. Defensively, they're completely switched off. We need to make some changes and quick. I would take Eddie off. He ain't done nothing tonight, to be honest. He's been non-existent in this game, but we haven't got a strike on the bench now, so we're fucked there. Oh, here's our first sub. He's taking Saka off for Xhaka. So that means Fabio Vieira's going out on the wing. Out on the wing, sorry. Other guys going to drop into the number 10 role, to create a midfield role, and Xhaka's going to go alongside Sambi, add that bit more protection in midfield. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see Fabio now out on that wing all by himself now, see what he can do on the wing. Oh, Martinelli's coming on as well. Who's he taking off though? Reece, I'll say, because he's been in and out of the game. He hasn't been consistently like boom. Yeah, it looks like Reece is coming off. So Reece Nelson's coming off after what 50? Just under 50. Just around about 58 minutes. He's coming off. As I say, he hasn't been outstanding, but he hasn't been poor. He's been in and out basically. There's moments where you see him, but you see something. There's something there tonight, and there's others where he's just like he's non-existent. So I can understand that, but it's 58 minutes more than what he would have got in the first place. So it's give him more minutes and see how things go this season. But he does need minutes, clearly, old Reece. But Martinelli's on, so it's clearly going to. The idea is literally just get players on that pitch to balance things out in terms of midfield, put the right players in the right positions, that side of things. But also, let's go for the kill now. In terms of Martinelli, come on, let's just kill this game off. Don't let them. Don't live to regret basically the situation and let them back in. Give them something from this. You want his opportunity, but yeah, the thing is with Nelson because it's been so long since he played for Arsenal anyway. Let alone the many minutes he's got this season. It's going to take more than 58 minutes for us to see anything from him. Oh, one sec. Holding to that indicator. Can you get some support this time? That'd be fantastic. Go on, Gabby. Go on, Gabby. Go on, Gabby. And I can actually say that it'd be only one Gabby on the pitch. I'll say yeah. I think with the set, I don't blame him because with the setup now of this European format now, with Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, and all that, and where we are this season in Europa, to avoid more games, we need to win the group to avoid the extra 2 games basically, and what's going to be a very hectic second half of the season. Oh my God. I need to wake up, for God's sake. When Nelson went to this is what Chris is saying in the chat, by the way. When Nelson went to the Bundesliga, he should have stayed longer and developed. The thing is with Nelson, not just in terms of he should have stayed in the Bundesliga. I agree. I think we just obviously from an Arsenal perspective, from the club perspective, they got the reports back there. The fans were excited to see him get back again after the season he had on loan that season, especially the first half of the season anyway. Even though there was negative stuff coming from the second half of the season, in terms of the attitude and all that. One sec. They went, instead of doing what you just said then, sitting back out on loan to a Bundesliga club, either keep him at Hoffenheim or send him somewhere else, like Red Bull or something, to develop his game for another season. We brought him back from Hoffenheim after that season on loan and put him straight into the first team. And I think, it's fucked him ever since. Never really got the. He's never really got the time on the attack. And when he has been available, not injury, when he's been injury free, he's not really stood out. So, and the last Saka was, in terms of that's a Saka might have come along and surpassed him in that side of things. But we held on to him. We held on to him, but in terms of not sending him out on loan for even longer. And we sent him out on loan last year. And again, for me, yeah, it's good that we got him signed down to a contract. We agreed to send him out on loan, signed to an extra year on his contract, which now runs at the end of this season. Personally, I would have sent him out on loan again. Because it's just, especially this second season, the second half of last season. Well done, Matty Turner. Come on, Matty Turner. Especially it took him again another loan spell last year. Half a season and he was not doing as he's told, wasn't getting in the team, barely getting any minutes. It took it in the second half. The second half of the season, suddenly it all clicked. And when it all clicked in his head, he realised what he had to do and what he was doing wrong. Suddenly, he started playing for Final, and suddenly the fans started loving him and all that. And but again, he's come back, and again, I know it's, in terms of ranking in the pecking order, he needs to get his head. He needs to use these sort of European nights and the group stages and the early rounds of the cups to sort of try and work his way back into the Arteta's mindset. But I think honestly, I don't know, and I really want it to work. Obviously, as an Arsenal fan and coming from one of our academy players and all that. But I don't know. There's something telling me it ain't going to work out. It's all going to end in tears. And he's going to end up at some random unknown team that no one's ever heard of this time next year. It's Stefan, BX is saying he has positive loans. He has positive halves of the loan. In terms of, we sent him 2 loans he's been out on. 2 seasons we sent him out on loan, yeah? Hoffenheim, first half of that deal, brilliant. Second half, fell off a cliff. And then the bad side of his game, of his lifestyle and his game came to the surface, and it affected his form basically. And as I say, Arsenal just brought him back. They didn't take that on and loan him back out again. They brought him and put him in the first team, and made things even worse. Because he felt he didn't have to really work for it, because he'd done what he got out of loan, did the usual thing, and then got himself into Arsenal's first team. And then last year, as I say, first half of the season, first half of his loan, abysmal. Like, he was getting slated week in, week out. The manager couldn't stand him. They weren't getting on. And then second half of his loan spell, it suddenly switches. The switch turns on. And then from that, he gets the manager on the side. He plays more games. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're so wasteful. Interest in the chat says, what's the score? The score is on the screen, my friend, with the goal scorer in total as well. Ain't seen you for a while, but I hope you're keeping well. Actually, it's been months since I've seen you, so as I say, I hope you're keeping well and all that jazz. But yeah, the score is on the screen. 1-0 to the mighty Arsenal. Though the second half, going by the second half, we're lucky to still be 1-0. If I'm being brutally honest, because we have let them up till we made subs about 5 minutes ago. We've allowed them back into this game, and they've had a few opportunities in the second half, which on another day the opposition would punish us for. Difficult if you don't play regular football in the same team, but that's not him. That is, with all due respect, to the extent, the majority of this is down to him and his general behaviour and attitude over the last few years. Since the second half of his loan spell at Hoffenheim, it's everything that's happened from there on in. It's been down to him. It took, as I say, for the second half of last year's loan spell at final for him to wake up and smell the bacon, coffee, respectively, vegan and all that crap. For him to realise the situation he's put himself in and what he's got to do to get out of it, and if he really has the passion to get himself to the top level and back playing for his boyhood club and all that. He's what? I think he has 23, 24. He's not young. Me, Troy. Okay. How many countries? Different names do you want? Oh dear. Talk about Inter, by the way. Fucking gets was it Barcelona? Was it starting up 4-3-3, wasn't it? Marquinhos is coming on for the Arsenal, and Tomiyasu. Ooh. Odegaard's come over, checking the air to the players. Oh, Odegaard's gone off. Okay, I thought he was as a captain coming over to boost the players morale and get them on the pitch and all that. Marquinhos comes on, but who does Tomiyasu come on for then? Ben White. I know we've got fucking Sunday in mind. Bit random, but okay. At least Tomiyasu and Ben White's like for like. Okay, that's got through with that. So that means Fabio's now back into the creative midfield role. Buccaneers is out in the wing. Oh dear. I was thinking this ground will be a multi-story car park in a few years. Oh dear. Nothing surprises me anymore in football. What is it, Monaco? I think Monaco, isn't it? Half of their ground is an understore car park, basically. Underground car park, sorry, not understore. Colonel saying, turn on Sky Sports, laugh out loud. Qatar will have a special place to sober up drunk fans. A prison. Yeah, exactly. But no, yeah. What is it? And there's that, and the outlandish language they've used in terms of, oh my god, what's that? In terms of, obviously, because their laws about homophobia and all that, they've been dressed on that. They got the guy that's one of the head guys that's running all this, setting up the World Cup and all that in Qatar on behalf of their own, basically. Oh, we welcome anyone of all walks of life, and gay people can come to the World Cup, hold hands with their partners, etc. etc. Seriously, hold hands. That's the language you're going with. The Arsenal misfit saying, "Wow, we're trying to give this away." It seems like it feels like it in this last 10, 15 minutes. It feels like it. Trust me. This entire second half has been a bit. It's been completely sluggish. The second half from Arsenal, I'll be honest. Started off all right, and then just fallen off a cliff. Even in the fresher legs are giving the ball away, for fuck's sake. Come on. You deserve it. You can do better than this, guys. One sub left, by the way. One sub left, and I very much doubt Eddie's going to be taken off. Come on, husband this. Stefan, behave yourself. Oh dear. Gotta love the UK commentators winning. I mean, they are winning the opposition to score against Arsenal now. You can hear it in their tone of their voice. They're actually winning Bodø to score and cause an upset. Tierney's been fucking dog shot tonight. I'm telling you, absolute dog shot. Make a wet t-shirt contest great again. Fucking that completely go against their fucking lifestyle, wouldn't it? Cause a bit of stir with the locals. Yeah. Qatar and England fans are a combo for disaster. Yeah, just a tad. Just a tad, Jed. Just a tad. Come on, Mercurius. Come on, man. Where's the support for him? For fuck's sake, he's a kid. Help him out here. John's in the chat. John Gooner, first appearance in the chat by John, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, John. Says, evening Gooners, as I thought, bit of a training session. Yeah, it does. It has felt like, especially second half, where we've allowed the opposition to have chances at our goal, like test out Matt Turner's reflexes and alertness. The Arsenal misfit saying, I'm struggling to see an Arsenal man in a match right now. I mean, I get what you're saying in terms of individually, but I think Sambi has been going about his business quietly tonight and doing his business and not causing any sort of a stir there. I'd say he's in us personally. I say he's in within the shell. Saka because he got the goal, but apart from that, Matt Turner, because obviously he's made a couple of saves, especially in the second half, that's kept us in this very tight lead at the moment. But yeah, apart from that, I get what you're saying from everyone else's perspective. But there's a thing that sort of, for me, obviously Saka with the goal, obviously that's sort of why he stands out. Apart from that, he'd been very quiet, and he was very quiet tonight in that respect. Other than that, he was very wasteful up at times. Eddie's been very quiet, not getting the service he needs. Odegaard was quiet. But as I say, the ones that stood out for me, apart from Saka's goals, the goal from Saka, sorry, Samuel Conga and Matt Turner. Other than that, everyone else is just coasting through the game. That makes sense. Even the subs that have come on, just at the moment anyway, going through the motions. But anyway, Johnny, if you're still there in the chat, how are you doing? No, you are in the chat. There you go. I can see Bodo's nicking a goal. Don't say that, John. Don't. I can't. Because the thing is, if we do drop points tonight against Bodø Glimt, and we've got PSV back to back after this, by the way. If we were to then nose it up tonight, you're gonna have the media on our backs anyway. They're gonna absolutely lapping this up if we balls this up tonight. They're gonna be lapping it up left, right, and centre. And so, fuck's sake. Eddie needs to wake up. He's been running around for 70 odd minutes, but he does need to wake up. In terms of recent performances from Eddie, this has been poor to his usual standard that we've become accustomed to. And for anyone that new to the channel, I praise Eddie up to this point, up to today. In our games when he has played this season, so when he has come on and always started and things like that, like even last week. So I'm not one of those Eddie haters that are going to complain about Eddie every opportunity. I go by match what I've seen tonight. He's not the only one. I say Odegaard was quiet tonight. Saliba's saying that now. One sec, get rid of the ball. Well done. The only ones that really stood out for me that could be contention for man of the match from an Arsenal perspective is Samuel Conga, the goal scorer in Saka, because he scored the goal, and Matt Turner. Other than that, the first half though, we were completely in control of this game. They literally had two opportunities in that first half. One across the face of goal. Sorry. I think now. I think. The second one was a shafted into row Z basically from them. That's the first one. And the second one, we started off okay first 10 minutes, and we just fell off a cliff since the 10-minute mark. We just fallen off a complete cliff. And we've allowed Bodø Glimt to have so many opportunities in this second half, and how they haven't scored so far is a miracle, if I'm being brutally honest. As long as it stays like that, I'll take it as it is. BX mad Eddie bulks up like Adam Traore. No. That's going from one extreme to the other, and that would make it, oh god. The thing is with Traore is that there's a potential talent there with Traore. But he's just bulked. He's gone from one extreme to the other. Went from being an average size sort of football player to a very bulked out. You might as well play rugby basically with the baby oil and all that crap. That's not in the corner, but okay. Half of Bordeaux support Arsenal. Bloody hell. It's a win-win then. For them supporters, it's a win-win then, isn't it? No matter what happens then tonight, there's a win-win situation. Oh dear. We've got to play a lot better than this one. I know this isn't, by the way, I know this isn't our first team, mate. The strongest of that after the league 11, so but performance-wise, it does need to improve for Sunday and next Wednesday in mind. How's Eddie been playing? It's been a quiet game for him so far. When he has been on the ball, nothing to write home about. It's just again one of them games where it's just sort of coasted through, and he hasn't again sees defence. He's not really getting the service he needs to cause any aggro to the defence. But even then, it's still a very below par performance from him. And it's not just him; there's others as well. Tierney's been off it completely all night as well, saying that has it better to defend now? Is he actually going to defend? Stop disregarding him? Nope. He's so half-hearted, Tierney. What is it going on with him tonight? I don't get why he has been why he has been tonight. He's so half-hearted in his defensive duties. It's unbelievable. Look, it's just Reece Nelson again coasted. He was had moments in the game, in and out, like patches here and there. Saka again, he started off well, and then sort of petered out of the game once he got booked in the first half. Sorry. Oh, please defend! Oh my god! Oh my god! I think this is going to go back to VAR. Isn't this? Is going to go to VAR. That could be a penalty to Glimt if this goes to VAR. But we're currently on the attack until we're told different. Look, we're so half-hearted. Fabio's been a bit in and out of the game as well. Yeah, they are checking it as well, for fuck's sake. Swear to God. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do not need a stressful last few minutes of this game, guys. Come on. I don't know if it's been. I don't know if it's. I do not know if the check's over. I don't know if the check's over or not. I'm assuming it's been a while now, so I'm assuming it's over. But please fucking wake up. In terms of what we're saying about answering John's question, by the way, BX has come up with a comment as well. He's not going on runs when the gap is available. There's that as well. In terms of Eddie. But even the subs that have come on, I'm not ever going to subs either. But they're not being allowed any sort of to have any impact in the game because they're not getting any service, especially like some Martinelli and Kyrgios and all that. They're not getting the service they need to have an effect. Get rid of it. Don't fucking dilly daddy. Get off it. What are you doing? You fucking. When did Partey come on? Did I just miss something there? When did Partey just come on? So hang on. He's come on, and his first thing to do was dribble into the corner, fuck about of it, and give him a throw in. Yeah, it doesn't look like the penalty's going to be given, by the way. Ken was asking, what striker would you want to sign if Eddie doesn't work out? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not that mind at the moment, but honestly, I have no idea at this moment in time, if I'm being brutally honest. Oh, dear. I'm not going to write off Eddie. I'm just I'm critiquing him on tonight's performance, and that's it. And again, he's not the only one. But again, like I said to people when we signed we renewed his contract at the club, it's a 5-year contract. So we've got. He gets the. Yes, I say we've got the club themselves got a 5-year thing. It's a long-term thing. It's a basic. If it doesn't work out, they've got a year to 2 basically a year to 2 years to decide if this is working for them or not. If it doesn't work in the first year to 2, there's 3 years left on that contract, or 4. They decide that next summer, sorry, where they can demand a decent transfer fee. Sorry, if that was the case. But I'm not going to write him off after one poor game tonight. Plus, he's not a first choice anyway in terms of a strike. But obviously, it doesn't bode well in terms of if Jesus gets injured or not. Come on, pass the fucking ball. Sake. I'm getting so aggy. I'm getting aggy now. Achilles heel. We got real European glory, glamour, royalty in Bodø. So one season we'll be back where we belong in the European top table next season. Hopefully, touch wood. Waited long enough now. A few more months won't kill us. Hopefully. Oh, Marquinhos is now down holding his sides. Oh, God. It's to a point. We are in the last minutes of this game, by the way. But it is to a point where we just need to hold on what we've got and get out of here. But there's massive room for improvement in terms of performance going into next Wednesday's game against PSV. Oh, I need to be sorry, to be honest. Hey, at least we're in Europe as well, by the way. We're back in it anyway. The men's side of things. Yeah. I mean, technically, we didn't take a year off last year on the channel from European football with the Arsenal women in Champions League action last year, going deep, but quarterfinals last year, wasn't it as well? We got to, and then we got shown up for the naivety that we had, and now seriously, mate, you've just come on. You've just gone booked. Of course we have. Rangers beat PSV. Yeah, and now Rangers are getting battered by everyone else in Europe since then. So all that work to beat PSV to get in the Champions League and have that to their name for this season, and it's going out the window. They might not. The way it's going, they're not even going to be in fucking dropping into Europa League next second half of the season. But be honest, we should beat PSV, especially at home. Away might be a different story in terms of a win. Might get a draw. But again, we should win. We should win both games, but I'm saying, especially at home, we definitely should. Next week. It's a situation, and performance-wise, we can't perform like we have in the second half for tonight against PSV, because they will punish us if we give them the opportunities that we've given Bodø tonight. Shut up, you idiot. Don't say that. BX is saying, Real Betis look a very tough draw if we get them. Yeah. Again, the Europa League's no guarantee for the English teams that are going to win it if they're in it. They have to work for it. There's decent teams in this Champions League. There's decent teams in this Europa League competition. Champions League quality. 3 minutes injury time, by the way, just gone up. 3 minutes. Oh, that's come from, but okay. But yeah, there are going to be there's Champions League quality teams already in this competition, let alone the ones that are going to drop down possibly from the Champions League as well. So if you're going to win, if we want to win this, and then that bloody long time, oh my God, go! Ah, for fuck's sake, who wouldn't end, man? It's on a plate for you. The goalkeeper comes out. I know the defender's next to him, but for fuck's sake. Just get that ball on the floor and fucking run. Get a bit of space and put that ball in the back of the net. But now they're on the attack. That's what's frustrated me tonight with Eddie. That. But yeah, I was saying European. This competition, you're gonna have teams dropping into the Champions League from the Champions League into the Europa League as well. So if we want to win this and end the 28 years of pain that we've had in Europe, we have to beat we have to play up against the best and beat the best that Europe have to give us at this level. Are we actually going to get booked for time wasting? Yeah, actually got Matt Turner's been booked for time wasting. Eddie, man, for fuck's sake, get control of the ball if we're going to do things like that. Definitely going for fuck's sake. You're top of the Premier. You should turn this over quite easy. If we were playing, look, mate, if we were playing our first full strength 11 from the get go, 100% we would. But you also got to remember, it was a mixed match team of first team players / the second string, mainly second string, and we're playing on a fucking plastic pitch. For crying out loud. Mate, I'll be honest, Stefan, I'd love to win this in terms of just get that hoodie off our back. In its early stage, you can never say no. You can't even say no who's going to win it or not win it. Still early stages and all that. You really find out in the knockouts, obviously. Well done, Turner. Well done. Well done, Turner. Why was the fucking Bodø goalie fucking complaining? Turner was in his right, well within his right to do what he did nothing wrong, got a fist to it, and hey, what did he do wrong? Fucking goalkeeper, their goalkeeper lands on Turner and Tomiyasu, sits there, doesn't move, doesn't make no effort to move, and he's the one complaining. Job done. Let's hope there's no injury. Doesn't look like there's any injuries. There you go. Full-time whistle mind as well to confirm that. 3 wins out of 3. Top of the Group A. Top of the Premier League as well. Keep saying I'm going to remind you bastards until we can't do that anymore, whenever that may be. Oh, Bodø out. That's it. They're done. Okay. As in, they can't obviously qualify from the group. Obviously, they obviously haven't got any points to get out and to try and get into Conference League. Okay, 3 games to go for them. Oh, 2 games for them, isn't it? Oh yeah, because they've got it's 2 games for them. Because I'm thinking of the mindset of match day 3. Because obviously we've got off match day 2 will postponed until next week, so this will be our match day 4. But yeah, so basically 3 wins out of 3, 9 points out of 9. Going into PSV at home, by the way, so that's going to be key as well next week at home, and it's on a normal pitch, not a plastic AstroTurf bullshit pitch. So basically, as it stands, no matter what happens later on with PSV's going against Zurich, if we win, we're qualified. 12 points out of 12, 2 games to go. A draw or but qualifying. One sec. So PSV, if PSV were to win tonight, sorry, one sec. So PSV are playing Zurich. Oh no, they don't give out that. They've got 4 points, the idiots. Right, in terms of, I'm talking about the commentators. So if PSV were to win, that'd be 5. 6, 7. We'd qualify. We were qualified then. If we win next week, we qualify. For the next round, it's just a matter of winning the group then. A draw all but qualifies us, but the win confirms our qualification. But yeah, just needs to do us a favour to help us out maybe. A bit early. Hey. So yeah, something to look forward to next week. Started off again, as I say, 3 wins out of 3. First half was about tonight. Going back to tonight's game, the first half for me was a better of 2 halves. Obviously, we scored the goal. We were more dominant in that first half. We created more in that first half. And the second half, again, we started off. Like I said, in the first 10 minutes, we started off like we did. Started off playing like we were in the first half. And then after 10 minutes, we just completely switched off and never gained control of the game again in that second half. When I say gain control, like we did in the first half, to that extent, we were letting Bodø have opportunities in the second half. Too many for my liking, with all due respect to Bodø here. But and I know they're a home team tonight, but there's too many opportunities given to them on the plate in that second half, and we got lucky tonight. And sometimes you need that bit of luck, but we got through it. And as I say, we got the 3 points. That's the important thing. We got the 3 points. We now dust ourselves down. We go again. Got Leeds on Sunday away at Elland Road. That's going to be a hostile atmosphere, but I think we'll come out of that. But that shouldn't be an issue there. And then we have the big one on Thursday. PSV at home, and I think us playing on a normal pitch, on our home turf as well. We'll be. I think we'll be fine in that sense. I think we'll see a stronger 11 next Thursday as well. But especially if we win on Sunday against Leeds, with Southampton the following week, we'll more likely see a stronger starting 11 compared to what we've seen so far. We've seen strong 11 so far, but I think we'll see a stronger 11 in the PSV game at home side. Minus win blank, and then with the hope of getting the results sorted and resting a few of the players in the second half for Southampton in mind on the following Sunday. But aside from that, I can't really. There's a few negatives to take away from this in terms of not just a second half performance, but individual performances as well. As I say, the mainstay are, like John and other people in the chat are saying, Eddie. And I've been praising up to this point, up till tonight, all season when he has come on, when I've done podcasts or doing watchalongs, and he's coming up, he's starting or whatever. And you can go back and check this out if you don't. But I have been praising him, giving him praise where praise due, saying there's improvements in his game, this, that, and the other. Not massive, like well-beaten improvements, but there has been improvement. So one game's not going to determine completely, but it's a bit concerning that at the start of all nights he decided to just go back to his old sort of form, if that makes sense. But the main thing is, as concerning as that, it's as disappointing and as concerning as that may be, we still was able to get the 3 points in the end. On another night, it might come back and bite us on the arse. But again, I believe in Arteta in how he will address things and how him and his coaches will individually pull these certain players to one side over the next few days and say, like, sort of what's gone on, what do you feel went wrong, X, Y, and Z. Again, in terms of the players that stood out for me, Saka for his goal. First off, he was probably the standout player for us in terms of it going forward as well. Got the ball, and every time he did look threatening, with all due respect to him, he more how can I put this? He was more in the game than he has been in certain games this season, but he was more in. It's like it felt like he could play against his team all day long, and he'd fucking have a field day. Basically, is one of them sort of performances we got initially from Xhaka. Got his goal as well. Another one that stood out for me, as I said during the stream, Sambi Lokonga. No matter what was going on, especially in that second half, Sambi was perfect tonight in terms of what he contributed to the team. And just, an all-round good performance from him. I can't complain about Sambi at all. And the more seen of him now, alongside an experienced midfielder, be it Partey or Xhaka, the more positives we're getting from him in terms of what we're actually seeing from him. He's growing as a player. Again, people need to remember he's a young lad when he came to us, and he still is a young lad, obviously. It's a whole new league, whole different ball game to, with all due respect, to Anderlecht or the Belgian league. So it's always going to take time to adapt. I think he did get thrown under the bus last season. I've said it numerous times, especially back in January, when he was literally the only midfielder we had for the entire month because of you had Ainsley getting sent out on loan and not replacing him. You had Xhaka coming back from an injury and getting suspended straight away. You then had, with all that, Partey coming back from AFCON and getting suspended straight away. So it was literally a whole month of him on his own, the makeshift pivot alongside someone else who weren't comfortable in that role at the time, and he was getting exposed completely, and he's getting massively overplayed as well for a young lad. It's first season and all that, and now, as I say, he's playing now. This season so far, he's playing alongside of Granit Xhaka majority of the time, or occasionally Thomas Partey or whatever. He looks more comfortable, more at ease. He doesn't look like a rabbit in headlights anymore. And I'm liking that. I want to see him do well. And the last person that sort of stood out for me was Matt Turner, especially in that second half. He saved us something like you would not believe. Some of the saves he made, again, major concerns I had for him when I saw what I saw in pre-season from him. That's pre-season. Obviously, season's before he started. He's made his home debut last week. Again, made some key saves to keep him at bay. Done the exact same thing tonight. Kept switched on the entire match to the point when they did go into the game. He was alert and kept the ball out of the net. And even at the end there, again, demanding and wasn't afraid to put the fist in there to get the ball out. Just an all-round good performance from him as well. John saying a professional job was done in tricky conditions and a pitch. Yeah, that's the main. That's as I say, I do take that in consideration as well. That the players were playing on a plastic pitch for crying out loud. For me, it's bizarre that it's allowed. That I know certain clubs suffer lower levels and all. And when I say lower levels, I mean like the grassroots. When I say grassroots, the non-league teams, the ones that can't afford to have a proper pitch and all that, non-league in England and all that. I can understand them going down that route of an AstroTurf, like a plastic, an artificial pitch, right? But when you're a team that's playing in Europe, be it Champions League, Europa League, or Conference, you shouldn't be having a plastic pitch. That shouldn't be the case, surely. But look, it is what it is, and as I say, with that and the conditions that we faced, we got out there. We got in, got the goal, got out with the 3 points. As I say, the main thing is the positives are we've got the 3 points. We're top of our group, and it's in our hands. And basically, we can be qualified, all but qualified, depending on later on this evening's result against PSV. If PSV drop points tonight, say they draw. Say PSV draw to Zurich somehow. We're basically all but qualified, and all that means is we draw a bare minimum of a draw next week qualifies us. A win wins us the group. if that was the case, with 2 games to spare, which then you can start tinkering in the other games and all that if you want it, if Arteta wanted to. But it's in our hands. The main thing is it's in our hands as well. Nothing's going against us. And if you look at the lineups as well that we're going with these opening European games back in Europe, they're strong teams. They're not the normal sort of group stage game teams we've been putting out in years gone by in the Europa League when we've been in it before. And so I was just reading a few of your comments there. Sorry. So professional, guys. So professional. But that's just threw me off now. Oh, I'm gonna cry. But yeah, it's in our hands. I say, the gist of it was, it's in our hands. He's going for strong teams. He's clearly going for the winning the group. He doesn't want the extra 2 games, the playoff game thing to stay in the competition or anything like that. He wants to get us through top of the group and less games in the normal amount of games, not an extra 2 on top, basically. And I respect that. Hopefully, we can do that either next week or the week after. If we can do it, if we can all but qualify next week, fantastic. Behave yourself, Stephen, you bastard. Behave yourself. John's in the chat saying this is a great game for Turner to get under his belt. Exactly. And the more I'm seeing of Turner as a goalkeeper, as a second choice, not to completely push Rams down, anything like that, to keep him on his toes, possibly, yes. He's, in terms of competitive games, he's impressing me so far. Impressing me. There's things he can work on, obviously, like every player on that pitch can do. Even Ramsdale can work on things, as we know. But so far, it's so good in terms of the competitive games. When it comes to the non-competitive in pre-season, they concerned me. They really concerned me. But thankfully, now he's playing competitive games for us, making his debut and home debut, and now his 3rd game tonight. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. But we'll take it on the chin and see how we go from there. I fully expect him to start. Even though I said I think we'll see a stronger 11 next week. I think he's one of the mainstays that'll be in goal for next Thursday, and you won't see a complaint from me unless he balls it up and goes into what was it? Who's that goalkeeper we had years ago? Fucking hell. Oh, Richard White. That's it, Richard White. If he goes into Richard White mode, then I'm switching off. I'm out. Go you on your own. Oh dear. Steve saying the weather is too cold for them to have grass. Where I live, our grass is already brown with frost. Fair enough. I don't know. Really, I don't know. So, yeah, what does professional mean to you, Brits? Coming from you say you Brits, but then you claim to be a Brit yourself. So, what is it? Are you Brit when it suits you? Say when England women beat the USA women team. We were trying to use bare minimum effort today and get the 3 points. Yeah, it didn't look like, since we had to bring on all our starters besides Ramsdale, yeah. I'm not having a go. I'm not blaming them for having an artificial pitch. I'm just saying it. Sure, it's just bizarre to me that teams in Europe. It's not just, as you say, like teams in Norway, the Arctic Circle, or whatever, or that side of the world. It'd be the most random teams. What was it? There's one a couple of years ago. I think I'm trying to think where it was now. But it's completely random, and maybe it was. We played against them. It might have been. It was literally the last time I was in Europe as well. That last season was in Europe. in the group, and it's a group stage. I think it was now. We had Rapid Vienna, we had Dundalk, and someone else. One of them teams. One of the teams that had an artificial pitch, and it was just the most random place because again, for them it didn't. It might have been. I'm trying to think now. It might have been Dundalk. It was either Dundalk or Vienna. They had an artificial pitch. One of the two. Either way, most random thing was again. It's something you don't really think about, but obviously it is what it is. If it is more logical to have a pitch for them that's artificial, then not hurt anyone, is it? So it is what it is. But the same from the players' perspective, that didn't help things tonight. But for certain players anyway, it didn't help. For a few, as I say, the few that did stand out, obviously it's fine. But yeah, the pitch did have an effect on the likes of Ben White and his crossing going forward. And Eddie just been, I don't know, just went. Watching Eddie tonight it was like watching Eddie before his breakthrough point last year when he broke into the team with me. When he was just replaced basically the Eddie of the first half of last season when he was playing the League Cup games, and it's like just running about like hoping to come and fall for him basically. I believe I can use my nationality as I see fit to benefit me, right? If you say so. But yeah, end of the day, look, as disappointed as I was in certain aspects of tonight, the main thing is they're minimal. They're nothing to be overly worried about going long term and going forward. Just wanted to touch on them. The main thing is we won, got 3 points in the bag, 9 wins. I wish we had 9 wins out of 9 in Europe. We're going something right. Put it that way. 9 points out of 9. We play our basically not even a must win, but in the terms of what you'd normally say is a must win. But we're going to PSV at home next. It definitely is at home, by the way. We're going to that home game next Thursday, knowing if we win, we're all but qualified, and all we've got to do is pick up one more point after that, and going and we win the group. And the thing is, though, our next 2 games are PSV, yay, home and away. Woo-hoo. Home won't be a problem. The away game might be tricky in terms of atmosphere, but even then, I think we should be fine. Especially if it's in our hands, all we need is a point. We want to just go out there and go, make them think that we're going for the point, but go and get the win and fuck them off even more. Man, if we do, it would be crazy. Think about it. If by the end of this group stage, Arteta would have coached Arsenal or managed Arsenal in 2 European group stages and won every single game in the group stage. In both campaigns, that would be crazy. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up now, guys. I'm going to go and find something else to either West Ham against Anderlecht or something. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone in the chat. John as well, newbie. I think he's debuted in the chat as well. Big up to yourself and everyone else in the chat. Gary popping in, Stefan, BX, the Arsenal Misfit, aka Steve, Stefan, a local Ipswich fan. We had Cheddar's in the chat earlier, in and out of the chat. Mr. Bungle, we've had Troy popping in with different variants and names, you name it. But no, massive props to you guys. A massive thank you for popping along. If you haven't already, do smash that like button. Do share the content around. And if you haven't already, do subscribe. If you want to become a member, the details are going across the screen now. It's 99. You've got 2 levels of membership on this channel. It's 99p or £2.99. All the perks are listed respectively as you go into it all. And again, when it comes to the memberships, all all memberships basically, in terms of the money I get from that, goes directly back into the channel anyway, into improving the channel, making the channel even bigger and better for you guys going forward. Apart from that, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, with a podcast for, trying to think now, for the basically previewing the Leeds game on Sunday. I can get my days mixed up. On Sunday. And then on Saturday night, we're doing the Match of the Day stream. Even though Arsenal ain't playing, we're going to keep an eye on the teams in and around us, and the teams are not so lucky to be near us. Keep an eye on them, give our thoughts on them, give our neutral perspective for a second week in a row on how things are going in the league, that side of things. Then Sunday, it's a very busy Sunday for me. 1:30 we're going live. 2:00 kickoff, but 1:30 we go live for Leeds versus Arsenal, Ellen Road, live Watchalong as we always do. Go for the teams, have a bit of a chat, get a bit of a laugh, and all that usual spout that we usually go through. And then about a couple of hours after that, we're back again for the WSL match between Reading and Arsenal. I think we're away. I believe we're away this week as well, the girls. I think the girls are away as well this week. So we will be covering that as well on this channel on Sunday as well. So you've got 2 watch-alongs on Sunday. And then you've got the podcast on Monday in reaction to the Leeds game. And at some point next week, probably more likely Tuesday, going to try and fit in another podcast solely dedicated to the women's team, the Arsenal women's team. Try either this week, or either this Tuesday or the following week, basically. But try and get that slotted in, because it's going to be a busy week ahead on that side of things as well, midweek. Because then on Wednesday, Women's Champions League, Arsenal involved. We're covering that game as well. I think we've got Lyon opening night, bloody Champions of Europe. There you go. What a surprise. Daniel van der Donk making a comeback to Arsenal as well. It's a women's game on BBC. It's on Sky, I believe. I'll double check, Steph, and I'll let you know when I see you next in the chat, basically over the weekend. I'll let you know. I'm trying to think now. And as I say, Champions League on Wednesday with the women against, I believe it's either Juventus or Lyon, one of the two. And then we have the men, Arsenal versus PSV, live from the Emirates, baby. And I cannot wait, because that could all but qualify us basically for the next round of the Europa League. And then from that, trying to think, that's Thursday. That takes us up to next Thursday. Then next Friday, we're doing a podcast again in previewing for the Southampton game, and then obviously Match of the Day on the Saturday. You get the spiel. By now, you get the spiel. But it's going to be, as I say, a very, very, very hectic week. But before we go, as a comment has been mentioned in the chat, well, this just reminds me, I'll remind you guys of our giveaways. Now, you guys need to help me out here, because I might forget what way around this is, by the way, in terms of how you enter these competitions. Bear with me a second while I look for the prizes. Oh dear, one second. Where are they? I'm trying to think now. What did I put? We have no idea. Oh my God, what am I looking for? Is it down here? Is it down here? Oh, we're back. That's in. Nope, not down there. Bear with me, guys. Do bear with me. Excuse me. Actually, idea. Love you guys in the comments, by the way. Absolutely love it. Bear with me a second. It will make sense. If I don't do it now, I forget, and you guys forget about the giveaway, and then the whole point of me doing the giveaway will be pointless, because none of them fucking into it. You know, you've got a few entries already. Oh dear. But obviously, if there's more of you knowing about it and be interested in it, the better. Finding them bloody things is a fucking another matter. Oh, there they are, I think. Yep, there they are. Got them. Right, John and everyone else, I hope you're all still in the chat before I wrap things up, because I am back, and we'll go remind you guys about the giveaways on this channel. First of, the one that got launched on the channel first, a signed copy by the man himself of David Dean's latest, or basically his latest book, signed by him himself. Got photos I could send a lucky winner as well to prove it was him that signed it, not me being dodgy. Yeah. So there's a competition that's running between now and the 2nd of December. Yeah, 2nd of December. Between now and 2nd of December. And all to enter this, you've got to be subscribed to the channel. And to enter, either in the live chat here or in the comments box afterwards, type in hashtag Spuds are shit. To enter that. Spuds, not Spurs, Spuds are shit. To enter that one, as I say. Signed by the man himself, and I will send if you want, I will send you photos of the man signing it, photos of him signing the book, so you know it's legit on that side of things. Second giveaway, which again does run till the 2nd of December as well, and the winners will be announced on the 5th of December. So hopefully, whoever does win it, no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to claim your prize or receive your prize basically if you do win it before Christmas as an extra string to your bow, basically. Right, Stefan, I'll take your name down for that one. And the second one is a giveaway for a signed copy of Paul Davies' latest book, which, by the way, little announcement, signed by the man himself as well. Let's say run to the 2nd, like the other book, run to the 2nd of December. The announcement on the winner gets announced on the 5th, along with the other David Dean book as well, with the hope of getting it out to you guys, whoever wins, on before Christmas. Sorry, Kennel's entered it as the David Dean one. To enter this one though, the Paul Davies one. What was the hashtag? Can someone remind me what the hashtag was for this? Spuds or shit for David Dean. It was Tottenham related for the other one as well, wasn't it? That was it. No, that's it. To enter this one, type in the live chat now, or in the comments box afterwards, or future live chats as well. To enter this one, hashtag Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Enter that, and then you're entered into the draw. If you want to become a member, if you become a member, you get a double your name put in the hat twice, basically, for it as well. So you get double the chance potentially of winning it. That doesn't count, Gary. That's as long as I get. I'll allow you. You can put hashtag Spuds are S, then put stars in between the letters and a T. So H and I can be starred out, and I'll get what you mean. You don't have to actually physically type it or say it, and I'll allow you the entry. Oh dear, you got to laugh. But yeah, apart from that, that's it now. You guys need to remind me, by the way, my mods do remind me to keep ramming that home, by the way, about the competition, but the giveaways, by the way, from now on in, because otherwise I forget. There you go. So you entered into the David Dean one. And Steve's entered himself into the Paul Davies one as well. I believe you've entered yourself into the previously. You've entered into this one as well. So you're correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, the arse on this fit. If you have, fantastic. If you haven't, I apologise, but I swear you have. But you can enter both. You can enter both if you do want to, guys. And as I was saying about announcements, again, or re-announcement technically, some point during the World, basically when the Premier League goes on hiatus for this World Cup that's coming up, I've managed to pull off getting the man himself, by the way. I'm talking to people, but one of the people I've been talking to is representatives of this man himself, Paul Davies. He has agreed to come on the channel. We've just got to sort out a time and a date, but it will be during the World Cup. So keep an eye out for that. As I get a date and time for that, you guys will be informed and the first to know, 100%. And believe me, I'll be plugging the life out of it. I will be plugging and promoting the life. Well, it's the same thing, but you know what I'm saying. I'll be promoting the life out of that podcast like you would not believe. Yes, I thought so. Just to double check. I'll be, as I say, plugging the life out of it. And I hope you guys can do that too. Once again, as I say, once we've got the date and time in place and you guys know about it, if you can do that, if you can spread the word as well, that would be absolutely fantastic. And I cannot wait for that. My first player, apart from Kevin Campbell, obviously, but in terms of someone like Paul Davis, that was one of the first. How can I put this without getting in trouble? Well, he says it himself in the book, and he says it in other interviews as well recently, to be one of the first players of colour to play for the Arsenal, and all the history that goes with that, and to achieve what he did achieve at Arsenal as well. To have someone like that on the channel, oh my God! And I cannot wait. But he has agreed. From the get go, pretty much. He was basically when I reached out to these people, they spoke to him. And he's basically, from their words, were wanted to come on straight away and looking forward to it. Just needs to obviously sort out a date. But it was his idea to do it during the World Cup because obviously there's no Arsenal stuff in it anyway, and it's more likely to get more ears and eyes on the channel as well, podcast technically. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Again, I am talking to other people as well to have them on the channel as well. We're just waiting. We're just trying to. The other people I'm talking to is not being difficult. It's just obviously busy schedules and all that. So we are flashing things out. We're trying to work things out. But once the other people I've spoken to have got back to me on that side of things, I'll let you guys know more updates on that. But yeah, this is what I'll give you a quick reminder, not just the giveaways, but also the special guests that I've got lined up, and one of them being Paul Davis is coming very soon in the next few weeks, basically, once the World Cup gets underway. And it won't just be me hosting; I'll be hosting, but once again the dates and times have been confirmed by Paul. These people, I will be selecting a lucky couple of people to join me on the night or day of the said podcast, basically. That's sorry, I was reading the comments, but yeah. Apart from that, guys, again, thanks to everyone in the chat, and hope you're all having a great night or day or more afternoon wherever you're in the world. And we'll see you on the other side. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.